On the home of the Woody Show.
You know?
No. Alt 98.7.
All in or all out?
LA's new alternative.
Portions of this program will be recorded.
Oh my God, I'm so excited and happy.
This is the Woody Show.
Hey, good morning.
And we are into another new hour. Insensitivity training for a politically correct world on a pre-Friday. It's a Thursday morning.
Yeah.
It is December the 5th, 2024. My name is Woody. That's Greg Gorey.
Good morning, Woody.
Menace, good morning to you.
Good morning, Woody.
We've got Gina Gran.
Good morning.
Sammy is here.
Morning.
We got Seabass. A lot of great feedback from Sammy's uncensored Dice Day.
Everybody wants more.
Yep.
Even on the censored Dice Day.
Yeah.
Big time.
That we had
So great.
like on the actual FM version of
Right.
what you heard yesterday. We had that uncensored one. It's
Available on the
podcast.
podcast right
Yeah.
now.
well because everybody's doing their Spotify rap or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Menace sent some information over to everybody yesterday.
It's really interesting.
And I guess the most commented Woody Show podcast of 2024 was, I think, the first uncensored podcast that we had done in a while.
That was
it was
October 2nd.
From October 2nd. It was just a segment that we had done on the air, which was when Seabass went to the Folsom Street Fair.
Right.
Right? And so we did all the ones that we could possibly do that he talked to that we can even edit up and get on the air. But there was one that was so over the top, shocking, filthy, disgusting.
There was no way to even describe it.
We couldn't even clean it up. So what we did is we just recorded it after the show and we threw it on the podcast as an uncensored, and it became the biggest, the most commented
With good reason.
Yeah.
Woody Show podcast episode of the year.
Yeah.
So if you want to look it up, October 2nd.
Yeah,
It is
I'll tell you, it
vile.
has to do something with fisting.
Right.
That's really all I can tell you.
Very shocking.
Can't give you any more context
I
other than
wouldn't.
that. But
Yeah,
anyway.
you get the gist.
But did you also like that the Woody Show's heard in 47 different countries?
That's incredible.
I mean, through
I mean,
podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We're on AFN.
Yeah.
You know, so like no matter where anybody's deployed on the planet.
Little
So
piece of
technically it's like
home.
170 some countries.
Yeah.
Like every consulate, every embassy, every Navy ship,
naval
every
ship.
base,
That's incredible.
military base. We're on AFN, which is a service available to people who are deployed, and it gives them a little taste of home. And so on the rock station that they have, we are the morning show.
I
and
love
so
that.
the Woody Show is heard every morning, 6 to 10, wherever you are. So like a little sense of like normalcy.
Yeah.
So they kind of time shifted. They do a really cool thing. I mean, it's just really interesting the way it all works.
Yeah, I don't know how
Like-
they do
I
that.
was looking
Yeah,
at our
pretty
top
cool.
countries: Mexico, Japan, Australia, United Kingdom.
Well, I mean,
South
Japan makes
Korea,
sense. We talk about them a lot.
Yeah.
Australia has their pie.
Yeah, lots of Australia and
Germany,
Japan.
Puerto
though.
Rico,
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah. So
But Puerto
Maybe they all
Rico's
want to
part
bring
of
us out.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
down.
yeah, I mean, I've heard from a number of people who, you know, over the years who have said, oh, yeah, when I was deployed, it was kind of cool and didn't know about you guys because
Right.
they're from some place that the show doesn't even air.
Right.
And then once they got out of the service and they got home, they listened to the podcast
around?
all the time. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's cool. And we don't make any money off of that. This is just we completely volunteer the show.
it's a
just,
service.
it really is just a great honor to be able to
Yeah.
do that and be given that opportunity.
Another top area, Guam. Shout out to Guam.
Oh, shout out to Guam.
Hey, Guam.
I hear there's a lot of snakes there.
Yeah. There was a guy. There was a guy at one of my first radio stations that I worked at. He left the radio station because he took a job at a radio station in Guam.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I remember everybody thought that was really cool. And I'm
Yeah.
like, where the hell is Guam?
It's an island.
Right.
Yeah.
Supposed to be
Yeah.
really nice.
And I hear, dude, and I heard the ladies are pretty freaky too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, what else is there to do? Guam.
Snakes and
Snakes
freaky
and
ladies.
freaky women.
I'm thinking live show.
We're also getting good feedback on Greg's review of Wicked,
Yeah, that was
Wizard of Oz fan fiction.
I'm so glad that chore is behind me.
Okay, so somebody on the text brings up a really good question, and we were talking about it off the air right before we came back from the break. 785. If the Wizard of Oz was only a dream, how can Wicked even exist?
Hallelujah. That is the most mind-blowing text I've ever read.
It's that, and at the end, because what's her name? Glinda, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
The Good Witch.
Yeah.
She goes, you could have gone home this whole time. It's like, bitch, I've seen you 4 times
Right.
in
Why
this
didn't
movie.
you tell me?
She's a bitch.
Why didn't you tell me
Yeah.
that
Because she
Minute one.
needed Dorothy to
do her
kill all
bidding?
her enemies.
Yeah.
Wiped out the Wicked Witch of the East, West, and the Wizard.
She's
so
actually
now
the
she's
evil
unchecked
one.
power.
She's the evil one.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it wasn't a dream. It's Technicolor whimsy, and you guys have no magic in your hearts.
It was for sure
No.
a dream.
No.
Dorothy wakes
Yes.
up at the end, is like, and you were there.
Yeah,
and you
it's
were
a
there?
dream to
Yes.
every farmhand who lives in sepia tone.
It's
but not
literally
to
the
little
plot.
girls.
No, there was a storm.
I know
The
that. I've
window
seen it
came out of the
1,000
casing
times.
and smashed her on the head.
Right.
So thanks to her head injury,
Yeah, it was-
she
You
now
imagined
has
it.
some appreciation and perspective
I get that. That's
on
one
her
way to look at it.
boring ass farm
Right.
life.
Thank you, concussion.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
she really went, and it was
Well,
a
how did she
wormhole.
go?
A
Oh, it was
wormhole.
time travel.
A time traveling wormhole.
Sure.
Oh my God!
Where
It's like
is your whimsy?
It's like the kid who sees dead people. You can't say no. Bruce Willis was really alive if you believe in magic. No, that's literally the plot.
And her whole family was surrounding her when she was at home in Kansas. They saw her there. She didn't leave.
I feel like you don't understand time jumps.
Well, Wicked could have been a follow-up dream too.
yeah.
I don't like that. I
Fan
just
fiction
realized.
follow-
Or a
Dream.
pre-head injury.
Okay, great. I just realized I don't like the word. You know how people don't like certain words,
Yeah.
like moist and
Right.
whimsy.
Oh,
Whimsy?
come on.
No, like it's,
I love
it's such a
whimsy.
sissy ass term. Whimsy.
Your
word-
heart
honestly,
is
I don't like the
void
way-
of whimsy?
I don't like the ear feel.
I've never heard
The
it.
ear feel is not good.
Being whimsical. Because you have whimsy.
I know whimsical. I just don't know whimsy.
Because you guys have no whimsy in your hearts.
I think whimsy is the perfect word because it defines what it is.
Exactly.
It's just whimsy.
It's whimsy.
It's silly.
Sounds like
Full of
wimpy.
whimsy.
It also
It is kind of
wimpy.
Wimpy, whimsy.
Yeah.
But to not agree with this dream thing about the Wizard of Oz doesn't mean you don't have whimsy. It just means that's the plot.
Yeah, money grab, fan fiction.
That I agree. Calling Wicked fan fiction is the funniest, most accurate thing ever.
It was true. My wife got very offended when I said that to
No,
her.
it's true. That's for sure true.
And she goes, well, she started arguing with me about how successful. I'm like, it doesn't mean it's not successful. it's what it is.
Wasn't
It's fan
Twilight
fiction.
fan fiction or something?
Was it? I don't
Wasn't
know.
that like a thing? Or one of these like popular things was fan fiction? I mean, just it is. It just is.
Yeah. Oh, did your wife buy those dunks? Those Nike Dunk Wickeds that I sent her?
Wait,
Who
is one
knows?
pink and one green? Let me guess.
I have no
Yeah.
idea. Maybe.
Yeah, it's very flowery.
She's bought, I feel, everything they offer. And she's really jealous of these, quote, influencer. There's a couple main accounts, these Wizard of Oz influencer chicks.
Yeah.
And she is so green with envy.
Oh, they get hooked up.
Because they've gotten everything. They got invited to the red carpet premiere. They've gotten like one of all the pieces of merchandise. and
Almost
they don't
have.
even really seem to appreciate
What
it.
a dream.
By the way, I was thinking of 50 Shades of Grey. That was apparently fan fiction.
Okay,
People love that.
I have a confession. The way that Menace said he didn't know the word whimsy, I have never fully wrapped my head around what fan fiction is.
Oh,
Does it have
really?
to be based on something else to be fan
I
fiction?
think
Yeah.
so.
So
And
it's
then-
a fan writing
Yeah.
their version
Their
of
version of an
another
existing story.
Yeah, it says originally published on fanfiction.net. This is 50 Shades of Grey. As Master of the Universe, this Twilight fan fiction was later released as a traditionally published novel in 2011. I knew there was some weird connection. I've never seen a Twilight movie. Anyone?
No.
No.
I don't
Sparkly
think so.
vampire?
No, I'm not. Remember, I have no whimsy.
You have no whimsy.
We just
Okay.
established that.
So if I just write a story,
I don't live in Technicolor whimsy. whatever the hell you said.
Join us over here in Technicolor Whimsy.
so if I made up a story, that's not fan fiction. But if I made up like a version of Star
Yes.
Wars,
But
Yes.
what if Leia really... Yeah.
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
That's fan fiction.
What about Chewbacca? Like was on
Right.
Grindr and
and hooks up with Glinda.
yeah.
No, you could write like Friends fan fiction or
Yeah.
Brady Bunch fan fiction, like something that you're really
So
into.
a
You're
different
already a
version
fan
of it.
of.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
There we go.
New career coming at you.
Got a brand new redneck news.
The Woody Show. If you ever got a flat tire on your house, that's redneck news.
Can't wait to go home and tell my wife that Wicked is just all nonsense
Yeah.
Oh, she'll love
because
that.
it wasn't a dream. So what's not real? Wicked or The Wizard of Oz? Mm-hmm. Which
That's
one?
the debate, I guess.
Yeah. Was it not dumb?
That is the most mind-blowing thought, though.
Right? Are we high right now?
And you were there. And you were there.
Right.
Today's redneck news about this 31-year-old dude who got stopped by TSA because they found weird clothing items in his bags, including a cow pajama onesie.
Oh.
And according to the report, he had checked a pink suitcase, which as they were searching it, they flagged more than a dozen pieces of light-colored clothing that he had in there. One of the items was that super sweet cow pajama onesie, and along with the others, It was all like dried, stiff, and covered in this white residue, which turned out to be meth.
Oh,
So
okay.
the total weight of the meth-caked clothes was around 71 pounds.
Damn.
And officials extracted more than 2 pounds of meth from the clothes. And so
Genius.
he was arrested, hauled off to jail. He's looking at 10 years to life in federal prison.
Damn.
Here's a picture of the cow jammies that were caked in meth.
Oh, what a waste of a pair
Cow
of cow
jammy
jammies.
onesies.
Okay.
I mean, I like where his head's at. Like, that's a pretty interesting idea, but the
Yeah.
airport ain't falling for it.
So there we go. 31-year-old dude got stopped by the TSA with his cow jammy onesie and his pink suitcase of clothes caked in meth.
Hate when that happens.
That is today's Redneck
What, a man can't have a pink suitcase?
yeah.
What year is this?
It got
All right.
flagged.
Question, Greg.
Yeah.
Is it acceptable for a man or an adult, forget men, is it acceptable for adults to wear footy pajamas?
In my mind, overall, I would say no.
Thank you.
I agree.
Wow.
That's kind of...
Canceling my order.
That's like one of those like guys that like to be adult babies.
Oh.
Oh, but what about just a onesie
Freaks.
in general that doesn't have the feet on it?
Huge fan.
Yeah.
You know what? I might still own ones.
Yeah.
Like many years ago, somebody gave me like the full-size warm weather pajama
Yeah.
onesie type thing.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even call it a onesie. It's more built for really cold temperatures.
Does it have the
Yeah,
trap door
they're
in the
nice.
butt?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Has the butt thing.
The
Well,
butt door.
I have
Oh
my
my god.
night dress.
I feel like I've only seen those in cartoons.
Yeah.
Well, it's got the butt door and the wiener door.
Nice.
Wiener, the wiener window.
I have the night dress though because I like to, have it flowy.
Do you really?
He
Yeah.
does. He's got like this
Yeah.
big long night-shirt
Yeah.
Do you wear
dress.
like one
the
of those
night dress.
like Charles Dickens,
Yeah, like I'm
caps?
Geppetto.
Yeah. Do you really wear it?
Once in a while.
And do you
It's
go
kind of fallen
commando?
off.
Does it have ruffles?
I don't go commando, and no, it doesn't have ruffles.
Oh.
I've posted photos of it.
Where
before
where
on
does
social.
one procure a male night dress?
Amazon? Just
It,
put-
where, but in what section? Like the male
put-
nightdress section?
I think you just
in
put
the
night,
whimsy section.
Done.
men's nightshirt. I think it's
I didn't
called,
know they
like,
had men's night
shirt.
shirts.
You should wear
I'm
it. Go
looking this
commando and just completely man spread, and your wife will go nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She'll be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, just type in
Men's night dress.
night long shirt Amazon.
Long shirt.
Yep. This Oh, they got
Oh.
new joints.
Wow, the one looks like a polo, but it's like floor length.
Why do you need? Why does it need to be long? Why can't you just sleep in a t-shirt?
So his junk's not hanging out.
Yeah,
I
duh.
don't know, but underwear.
It won't ride up as much.
Yeah.
I would think that
mean,
I would think because it's long like that, you get tangled up in it more. You know, like sometimes you get
Oh.
No.
you go to like turn over in bed,
And it doesn't
and
move with
you got to
you.
like move the sheets out of the way because kind of get stuck. You kind of
Right.
start wrapping yourself up like a burrito almost
No, these ones look way cooler.
And t-shirts can hike up, and then you see your fat rolls.
Yeah.
in bed.
In bed, I wouldn't care as much. But when you're watching TV on the couch and you realize your shirt's kind of sticking up and your fat roll's popping out, pretty mortifying.
All right, we got a quick break and we'll come back. We'll get some of the trending news headlines. That will be next here on The Woody Show. Hang on.
Coming up next on The Woody Show. I don't know. I can't predict the future, but maybe it'll be something like.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It looks so much bigger.
Or something much darker. The Woody Show, back in a bit. Alt 98.7.